India is fast emerging as a global hub for contract development and manufacturing organizations or CDMOs, specialized partners that help drug makers cut costs and accelerate time to market. Life sciences hubs like Genome Valley in Telangana, the 2,000-acre campus with 200 companies plus from 18 countries, is a part of this growth, attracting major CDMO investments. The $213 billion global CRDMO market is expected to grow at around 9% annually over the next 5 years. While Chinese players lead in scale and speed, India is catching up on regulatory compliance, intellectual property, and competitive costs. Diversification strategies like China Plus One and even Europe Plus One are driving more business India's way. The Biosecure Act could also work in India's favor. But risks remain, particularly potential policy shifts under the Trump administration, which could push companies to expand US manufacturing and reduce offshore outsourcing. For now, though, confidence in India is rising.
China Plus One or the Europe Plus One in the geopolitical scenario, we will take it first as an advantages for us to push our industry to the further level. Why I'm saying is, in terms of infrastructure,
Laurus Labs has been one of the anchors of India's CDMO ecosystem. From its base in Genome Valley in 2006, it has scaled to over 1,000 scientists and 0.5 million square feet of R&D space. It is investing around 2,000 crores with its European partner and another 200 crores in cell and gene therapy and antibody drug conjugates.
Companies who invest in technologies, flow chemistry, continuous manufacturing, biocatalysis, continuous hydrogenations, people who have these technology capabilities and people who have the scale, they are going to be winners. And these big companies have to think the Indian CDMOs as an extended arm of theirs.
The last 12 months has been a significant uptrend with respect to what we are seeing in the entire industry from an India perspective. Primarily driven by diversification. What we are seeing today is customers coming and talking about a lot more strategic portions of outsourcing, people trying to pick up their partners that they would want to work with for the next few years. China has had an early mover advantage in terms of having scaled up faster, but today what the global pharma companies and innovators are looking at to actually how do you rebalance this portfolio, which is kind of skewed one way.
Overseas players too are expanding in India. Chemo India Formulations, which is a part of Spain's INSID Pharma, has set up the country's first oligonucleotides facility in Genome Valley. All the manufacturing will take place in India.
For the drug substance will take place in India. Drug product will take place in Spain. This is more like a targeted therapy. Without having all the side effects, it will affect the bad cells and you can actually treat the bad cells without affecting the good cells. So that's why it is becoming very, very important market.
The opportunity is clear, but the turnaround takes time. Laurus Labs, for example, says requests for proposals are up by 30 to 40%, but conversations can take as long as 3 years.
If you are running a large program from RFP to commercial, it may take 24-30 months. It's not you get RFP today, you get the revenue tomorrow. Depending on the complexity of the molecule, if you are doing one step, you get an RFP, you get revenue in 12 months.
Industry will give you time. Pharma doesn't do a one-shot move into anything very specific. There are a few factors that become very important. I think one is capability and talent, that you need to actually have the right set of talent.
Yepin Bio, backed by Pyramid Pharma, echoes the same trend. A lot of Indian CDMOs are seeing a lot of requests and inquiries come through.
Yes. So it has significantly increased in the last year or so, primarily because of the geopolitical situation across the world. As we all know, US is one of the biggest markets for CDMOs, so Biosecure Act has a role to play in it.
How much have inquiries increased as compared to last year?
I would say probably doubled in terms of inquiries. But as you know, it's a long cycle. There is a lot of competition, and CDMOs the companies are not only looking at Indian CDMOs but global CDMOs. So typically, if we convert 30 to 40% of the RFP, that's a good number.
India's CDMO market is projected to grow from $7.9 billion in 2024 to $15.4 billion by 2023 at a 7.7% CAGR. Small molecules remain the backbone, but novel modalities like ADCs, which is basically anti-drug conjugates, a type of precision therapy, oligonucleotides, and cell and gene therapy are growing faster. Laurus Labs expects 10 to 15% long-term growth in its CDMO business, targeting around 2,000 crores of revenue by FY26 with 25 to 30% margins. SciLife forecasts 15 to 20% growth and 28 to 30% margins over the next 2 to 3 years. This story is clear. Despite policy risks and long conversion cycles, India's CDMO sector, anchored by clusters like Genome Valley, is emerging as a resilient global hub for both traditional molecules and next-generation therapies.
Hey, thank you for watching this on CNBC-TV18. Hope you liked it. For more such interesting news and updates, follow CNBC-TV18 on all the social media platforms.